What's up, superfans? It is Fit Nerd from Superheroes Ultimate, and we got Jose, which is High Rock, right?
809 on Instagram.
Follow him. He is a DC guru, fellow nerd just like all of us. So today we're going to be discussing about episodes 5, 6, and 7. So we're a little bit behind, and we wanted to binge a little bit on the Titans show. If you're new to this channel, then hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications button so you can stay updated in the here and now in the superhero world. Alright, so let's start out with episode 5 about the embryo. What the hell is up with this embryo thing?
Like I told you, man, I'm not sure, man. Like, maybe he got that. Maybe it's supposed to be some type of foreshadowing, or it might have been Trigon sending him a message.
I mean, I understand that they tried to go with some type of foreshadowing and it meant something. Like, it's an embryo, and then they stirred it up and murdered it even more. I mean, it was already clearly dead. But what the hell were they foreshadowing? I couldn't figure it out.
Maybe the end of his life, you know? He's about to die. Or something like that. We had to ask the writers about that.
I mean, they literally made an omelet of a
dead chicken.
A dead chick. Like, it was gross.
Hey, in the Philippines, they actually do that. They actually eat little embryo as a delicacy. Hey, man, every country has their own cuisine, you know, that we might consider.
Anybody watching from the Philippines, do you do that stuff? Like that? I'm sorry, that's nasty. That's nasty. Alright, so episode 5, we also get the team together learning their powers.
Yeah, which was a great scene.
I will agree with this.
You know, it was really nice. I didn't understand the whole thing where Starfire gets her power from the sun. Like, I don't recall her.
I don't recall any of that.
I mean, is she like a battery now?
It sounds like Dark Phoenix to me. I think they're rubbing off the Dark Phoenix bandwagon, in my opinion.
Or doing like Sunspot, you know, in the X-Men, where he gets his powers from the sun.
See, which, I mean, nobody really knows about Sunspot. Nobody cares.
Well, he was in
an X-Men for like a day.
He was in the X-Men Evolution. Okay, we're getting off topic already. Here we
go with the rambling.
And we're gonna talk about X-Men. That's gonna be another episode. But we gotta talk about DC. I mean, I like that the fact that they're developing the characters as they go along with each episode. Like Garth, he doesn't know how to transform into other animals except a tiger. He says, "Oh, I love tigers," so that's why he transforms into a tiger all the time. I don't think he's aware that he can transform into other animals just yet. You know.
True. I mean, he is right at the beginnings of him being Beast Boy. Like, he literally only turns into a tiger, and that's it. In my opinion, I think the next animal that it's gonna be for him is the gorilla.
The gorilla? We'll see.
You know, he's just gonna be like all mad and try to bring out strength out of some scenario, and the gorilla will come out.
Or they might make it like they go into a zoo and he's just looking at the gorilla and they get attacked, and because he sees the gorilla, he thinks, you know, oh, I wish if I could be a gorilla. They're so strong, and then you know, transforms into a gorilla or an elephant or something.
I just want to see a different animal. I mean, the CGI is not that bad. It's actually decent. I do love how Starfire looks when she uses her powers.
Green eyes and everything. And
yeah, the green eyes, the orange hair, and all that stuff, and the powers look really awesome. They look awesome. I don't like her prostitute outfit. You've heard me say it in like all the other commentaries. I cannot stand it.
You say it all the time, but it's not really a prostitute. It's a party girl. She has a fur coat on because it's cold out. You know.
You just like Starfire. You're just being Dick Grayson.
No, I'm just saying, like, yo, she has a fur. It's cold. They're in Detroit. It's the winter. She came from somewhere.
She had to put on a fur coat.
Yeah.
Then what happened to the pants? What happened to the pants? If it's cold, why is she not wearing pants?
Yeah, she is. And one thing that her dresses, it turns.
Yeah, it took 5 episodes. Like, in this episode, we finally get her in a different outfit, which is actually one of the next things. Is Starfire gets some Dick Grayson.
It was about to happen. You know, they're a couple in the comics. They've been coupled in the comics. They're coupled in the animated DCU animated version.
But was it too rushed?
I don't know. But if you watch the episode, he's the one that initiated. She wanted, you know, to get him to talk about himself, and he's the one that initiated. I mean,
he didn't initiate. Listen, she got the Patron bottle. By the way, spoilers. You know, just careful. If you guys have not seen these episodes, we're going to discuss 5, 6, and 7. If you have not seen any of those, pause the video, subscribe, and hit up one of the other videos right now. Alright, final warning. So, she brought the tequila to his room, gave him a shot, and then just...
Well, remember, when she went to the bar, she was asking, like, oh, I need someone to talk. I need to get somebody to talk. Okay, well, go to Patron. You know, that's why the bartender gave her Patron. She went there to get him to talk, because he's being secretive. What's your power? What do you do? I'll keep you guys alive. That's what I can do. He walks around with a big suitcase. What's in the suitcase? None of them knew. Not even Raven. I mean, Raven has been with him since episode 1.
Right.
She wanted to ask him questions, get him drunk, ask him questions. Then he's the one that came on to her.
Yeah, but that's not talking. That is just the one night stand. They did zero talking, by the way. And after they were done, she zipped up. Dick Grayson just turned around and just said, "Okay."
He didn't want to talk. He didn't want to talk to her. He didn't want. She even asked her like, "What do we do next?" Like, and he's like, "I don't want to talk." So he's being all the whole mysterious, you know.
I personally think that it was thrown in there
too quickly.
Too quickly. I think they should have milked it out a little bit, you know, and eventually they would, you know, have some type of electricity. Like, there was no connection. There was no electricity.
Okay.
Like, Starfire and Dick Grayson are a thing. They are a thing. They're not a thing here. I didn't get
not
that
yet,
on.
you know, not yet.
But they already banged.
But like, they're also portraying.
They already got it on.
They're also portraying.
They're already making little Starfire kids. Because I'm sure he didn't have anything on him. Like, you think he pulled out, guys? Like, comment below. Do you think he pulled out? I don't think he pulled out. I'm just saying.
But I can't believe you just said that. But the thing is, like, another thing they're portraying Dick is like he's the playboy, you know. You know, Starfire was into him. You know, that second episode with Dove. You know, he had a relationship with Dove when they were younger, when they were kids. You know, 4 years ago.
He is a whore.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
he's Bruce Wayne's ward. You know, he learned from the best.
And Bruce Wayne was a whore too.
Right.
Bruce Wayne was a whore. He became a whore. I mean, all right, let's go down the list. This is kind of still on topic. Dick Grayson has been with Huntress, Harley Quinn. Yes, Harley Quinn. That has happened.
Starfire.
He's been with Starfire. He's been with
Barbara Gordon.
Batgirl.
Multiple times. You know, they're
many times with Batgirl.
They're real thing. And who else? They said Raven in some comic book series.
Yeah, Raven and
Zatanna in Young Justice cartoon series. You know, they were items.
Although there was the one time where Dick Grayson actually got raped
by Harley Quinn.
No, it wasn't. No, Harley Quinn. That was consent. That was complete. He had completely consensual.
He was tied down to the bed, man.
He was tied down to the bed and said the things I do for my city. So I mean, which is awesome.
I'm sorry,
that's awesome.
Trying to be like Vin Diesel.
That was
in Triple X, but okay.
That was great. I love that. I love that scene. I'm sorry, Harley Quinn. I would do it too. But anyways.
I hope your wife doesn't watch this one. You know.
Hey, you're wearing the Joker hat. You would too. You would too.
Margot Robbie. Oh yeah, all the way. Tara Strong, the voice of Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Why are you hating, man? Well, let's go on to the next topic before we lose subscribers.
So we already actually went into the next topic, which is Dick is a player, which he totally is. He's a whore. All right, nuclear family fight. Titans versus the nuclear family.
That was real good. That was really good. Not a lot of people knew who they were. I didn't know who they were until like I actually saw something online. But that was a pretty good, you know, because like they weren't like this, you know, like they're trained operatives, but they didn't come with guns and all that. They came. The mother had a freaking turkey carver.
See, I'm a little bit confused about if they really are androids or if they're just people they're picking off and brainwashing them. Because in the comics, the nuclear family is a bunch of androids.
Okay.
You know, they're basically robots, and they all have different abilities. Here, they replaced the dad and whatnot with some other dude that was getting brainwashed or something. So I'm not 100% sure that they were just
they were experimenting.
They were programming the androids, and they're still androids, or if they're humans that they picked up and brainwashed them. So I'm a little bit lost on that.
I think they're human beings that they brainwashed because their heads got exploded.
Yeah, the whole pop thing.
I didn't see no wires or sparks.
Yeah, no. You can actually see the bone in that scene too, which is pretty good.
And then Starfire burned one of them alive, and then some of them were actually bleeding.
Yeah, that's actually another thing, which we're gonna talk about later. So let's move on to episode 6. Episode 6, we have 2 Robins. Because at the end of episode 5, we had the cliffhanger of Jason Todd coming in and saving Robin's ass. The other old school Robin. So, what do you think about the tracker in the arm and the 2 Robins?
I don't know. I mean, it's Batman. You know, he's gonna do that. And if you watched Batman the animated series, he used to keep a track in Tim Drake's utility belt.
That's
keep a track on his guys. It's perfectly. I mean, I just couldn't believe that he did it. He had it surgically implanted in his arm and didn't tell Dick about it. He didn't tell him.
How the hell do you secretly surgically implant? Well, it's Batman. That's all the answers we need. It's Batman. He could do it. He could have been
knocked out. Or in a heavy sleep.
He could have shoved the capsule up Superman's ass, and he wouldn't even have noticed either. I mean, it's Batman. He is capable of this. He knows who you are. He is the Dark Santa. He is the. He knows where you sleep.
You're comparing Batman to Krampus, really? Oh my God.
Well, he's like the good Krampus, though. He's just the creepy ass Santa.
That's just Santa. That's just Santa.
But Krampus is like an evil Santa. Like,
yeah.
Batman's
we're getting off topic again.
Alright, let's stop rambling with evil Santa and how Batman is an evil Santa. But yeah, we have two Robins. This is the first time that's ever happened, by the way.
Two Robins at the same time?
Yep, two Robins at the same exact time. Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. That's never happened. Starfire's new outfit, which I actually kind of like.
With the leather pants, because you don't like.
Well, the long pants. It's kind of more towards like the comic.
I don't know. She wears a mini skirt in a lot of the cartoons.
She does wear a mini skirt, but I mean, they tried to do that with the hooker outfit. I did not like the hooker. It's a freaking hooker outfit. I'm sorry, I won't let it go. I hate it. I hate it.
All right, next one. I'm never going clubbing with you, man.
Well, Starfire is not gonna be there, so.
But there's gonna be other girls. Never mind. Next topic. Here we go. Getting off topic.
Jason Todd being a hothead, and we get to see the freaking Batcave and Batmobile.
Just to clarify, not the whole Batcave, of certain section of it with the Bat computer.
It's like a corner of it.
Yeah, and then you got the sleek. I mean, I love that Batmobile. It
looks awesome.
Excuse me. It reminiscent of the 1980s Tim Burton's. That they got designed, but it was so much sleeker and smoother.
And I like the animated series actually too.
Yeah.
Because the animated series and the Tim Burton one were both related. They were both related. They had the long, sleek look.
Yeah.
Could this mean that eventually we might see a Batman scene?
I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed because they keep showing Bruce Wayne in the shadows. We hear his voice. He got his arm on young Tim Drake. Listen to me. Dick Grayson's shoulder.
It's like 50 Robins. It's okay. It's easy to confuse.
I mean, it's very nice, but I want to see a Batman scene. I just want to see him at Porch on the Gargoyle, and you see him in costume. We may not see that. We might. We'll see where they go. But,
I mean, they could.
They could, yes.
Because this is like straight up DC. They have all the right. This is why we're able to see like lots of characters. They don't have to, like Marvel. They have to be, appropriate with the contracts. Netflix has characters. Sony has like the Spider-Verse characters. This is DC Universe. They have the entire DC characters at their disposal.
Yeah.
So the chances of seeing even a Joker or a cameo of something or a flashback of something that happened with another villain is very plausible.
No, we're hoping so. I mean, I know for a fact I'm hoping so. I hope they expand on this because we got the Doom Patrol and they're spinning off their own TV series.
Which is supposed to be Cyborg. There's we discussed that earlier about the Cyborg, who they casted. It's already been confirmed that this actor is going to be Cyborg in the Doom Patrol.
Is he going to go over? I want to know if he's going to go over to Teen Titans because Teen Titans feels incomplete right now because they're missing their 5th member. They're missing Cyborg. They need to have their 5 key members. Cyborg being one of them. Is it Teen Titans without Cyborg, or are they going to have a Blue Beetle take his place?
I'd be fine with that actually.
I mean, Reyes.
I'd be fine with that.
I mean,
and if they need a Hispanic, Hispanic that's kind of fit and knows the character. Hi DC, what's up? Chances are they're not even gonna see this unless I email it to them. But anyways, acid face villain,
Tony Zucco's son.
Tony Zucco's son.
So for those of you that don't know, Tony Zucco was the mafia hitman that facilitated the murder of Tim. I keep saying Tim Drake. Dick Grayson's mother and father by putting acid on the ropes of their what's it called, the trapeze equipment.
Yep.
So we have his. We saw Tony Zucco, then we saw Tony Zucco's son, which is kind of ironic that they will burn. See the burn on his face reminiscent of Two-Face. You know?
Yeah, I got a lot of Two-Face persona off of it.
And if you watch Batman Forever with Tommy Lee Jones as the Two-Face, you remember that he was responsible for killing Dick Grayson's family.
Yeah,
and one of his things was acid. So could it be a callback? Do you think that's what they were doing, a callback to that movie?
I
Batman
really
Forever?
hope not, because nobody wants to remember that movie.
Batman Forever. I mean,
nobody wants to.
I mean,
that's the one that we hide under the
no, that's
rug.
you think of Batman and Robin, the next one.
That's one that already we don't even think of. Like Batman Forever, we don't speak of.
Okay.
Batman Forever, we don't even think of it. It never happened.
Okay.
You know, it's like DBZ and GT. GT never happened. We went straight to Super. We forgot about it. Oh God, comics! Come on. I mean, those movies were. Anyways, so Tony Zucco, and we find out that Robin is basically his father's. I mean, he killed Tony Zucco in a way.
Indirectly, you know.
But he could have saved him.
He could have, but he didn't.
He could have saved him.
He could have. Well, remember he said that he wanted to find him so he can kill him. Technically, he didn't kill it personally. He had a hand in it. You know, you say he killed him. I said, hey, you know, he didn't have to save him. Case in point is Batman Begins. He let Bruce Wayne, Batman let Ra's al Ghul die on that train. He could have saved him. You know.
That's true.
I mean, but then again, Ra's al Ghul could have saved himself.
But he's Ra's al Ghul. You know he's alive.
Okay.
You know he's alive. Even though they never went along and kept going with it, I really wish they did, because he never dies.
Are his methods supernatural? I don't know.
But yeah, that's one of my pet peeves. Well, before we go on to episode 7, what do you think about Robin technically killing people?
I meir knocking somebody out is one thing, but openly killing somebody, that's not.
I mean, some of these dudes. I mean, we clearly see that their necks don't bend that way. I mean, he's broken some necks, literally broken some necks.
I don't want to shatter the good image of a Dick Grayson. So, in my opinion, these guys with the broken neck, when they got the neck all the way around, that they have something in this universe that can heal them. You know, that can fix them up. You know, yeah, they'll be paralyzed from the neck down for a few years, but I mean, I can't believe that Dick Grayson.
I think he's permanently sleeping.
You know,
I think that dude is permanently sleeping. I'm sorry.
In a coma. He's permanently sleeping in a coma.
What about the Starfire scenes where she just obliterated people? They are not in a coma.
Those people are dead. They're deep fried. But I'm really not feeling that, because that's not the hero. These heroes, that's not what they do.
They don't. And even though they're going in a darker path, like, I get it. Like, they could be very violent with it, and that's actually kind of cool. Because I will admit, seeing Dick Grayson whoop ass is freaking awesome. Those fight scenes are sick as hell.
Yeah.
Hawk and Dove episode, one of my favorite episodes. All the whoop ass everywhere. Awesome. Starfire killing is a big no-no.
Because she's so innocent. She's this innocent.
She's supposed to be innocent, naive, but yet we have her drinking Patron and banging people in the first day and wearing a hooker outfit. Like,
it's a new modern Starfire for the millennials, you know.
But that's not Starfire. Like,
I understand,
that's not Starfire.
You gotta adapt the material for people to enjoy. You can't just have this.
Think about it. In the comics, same Starfire. In the animated movies, same Starfire.
Yeah, but that animated series was built more for kids and just grown-ups just like it.
Not really. The Teen Titans was like towards like that teenager side, which, you know, had some topics that were teenager related. But even in the animated movies, we still get the same Starfire also. Naive, innocent, strong, but yet still very innocent. Like, she won't pass that line. She won't, you know, she won't go and kill somebody.
Okay, that is very true. You know, but hey,
that is the only time I've seen the Starfire.
It's a new Starfire for a new age.
I don't like the Starfire.
I know you don't. Don't like the way she dressed. Don't like the way that she handles whoop ass.
I don't.
Don't like.
And I love the actress. Believe it or not, I love who they chose, because she actually has kind of like a Starfire physique. Mm-hmm. If you guys see her without that stupid fur coat, like, she, I won't let it go. She actually even had the original hair. Like her natural hair looks more like Starfire versus that curly crap. Like I think she's being misdirected. If they directed her to be like the Starfire from the comics, we'd all be happier.
And by we, he means him mainly, but okay.
Him too. He's denying. He's in denial. All right, so let's go to episode 7 now. In episode 7, one of the highlights is Raven. Oh, Raven's healing factor, healing abilities. Kind of creepy. I don't know. Like she's discovering new abilities. I don't remember her healing people though.
I don't recall that too.
I think that's a new thing. And we get a lot more.
No, it's not. It's not a new thing because in Teen Titans versus the Justice League animated series, she healed Damian Wayne when he got hurt really bad by Blue Beetle.
Oh,
you know, Damian.
That's right.
Damian being
right.
Can I say Dick on the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, being the Dick that he is, got into a fight with Hammond Reigns, Blue Beetle, got blasted in the face, and then Raven had to go heal him.
Yeah,
because he doesn't know how to play well with others.
I completely forgot about that. She did actually heal him, so maybe that is it's still relatively a new thing though, because I think that's how they introduced it, and they went along with it in the series, which I'm cool with. Like I could see her doing that. She deals with magic and whatnot.
See, that's the one thing I want to know about. How is she gonna get incorporated with that magic side? Because in the Teen Titans TV show, the original one, her main way to focus her power was saying Azarath, Metron, Synthos. So,
which we've heard now in episode 7. She said Azarath or something. Oh, she's from some place called Azarath.
Yes. So that one word. You know, what's gonna happen with the other two? Is her mother gonna take her, or is she gonna go into Azarath, Metron, you know, and learn how to control her powers? You know, because right now she's learning it as she goes. You know, she's discovering new abilities, like you said, new abilities at which almost every episode.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen her open up a portal, which is a Raven thing to do, and it was purple. I actually like that scene when we saw the portal thing. That was actually pretty cool, because she can transfer herself anywhere through portals. We saw her healing. We saw her flying.
Well, more gliding than flying,
but still, she's off the air, so that's a Raven thing. And we've seen her with that smoky darkness thing, which I don't really know what it actually does. But I mean, she in the comics or in the series, it's usually this big black thing that just comes out like tentacles and whatnot. So we've seen relatively almost all her powers, not in full effect, but we've seen them.
Well, she's still learning. Remember, this is all setting it up, and they're learning how to cooperate with one another. You know, some of them want to be a team. One of them, I'm not going to tell you who, but you know, doesn't want to be part of the team because he feels like he's damaged.
Yeah, when he is damaged. Anything associated with Batman's damaged.
Oh,
but
we'll talk about a young man named Tim Drake.
Episode 7 elaborates more on her parents. So the mom, the dad. We actually get to see the mom.
Well, they've been mentioning his parents in previous episodes too.
Yeah, we
saw his mom.
We all know that Trigon is her dad.
Yep.
But they keep on saying her dad throughout the whole thing, and that the nuclear family and all this old dude, which I still don't really know who that old dude is, but he's
just a follower of Trigon.
It's just one of those cult leaders, that is basically organizing to retrieve Raven to bring him to Earth, basically, which was the whole idea why the mom even existed, right? Because you know she boned the demon and spawn Raven.
Trigon cannot enter the world unless he is brought forth by one of his offsprings. And summoned by one of his offspring. So that's what they want. They want Raven to cleanse the world by bringing her father into their dimension, which is not a good idea.
Which leads me to the next question, which is, will we see Trigon? I really hope that we don't see like some stupid like Fantastic Four Galactus. Like they had the opportunity. You know exactly the scene. A stupid shadowy cloud, like with the head shape, and like, oh, this is Galactus, and it's oh look, we're being devoured and killed by a giant cloud. Like, I really hope that DC doesn't go this route, and I want to see like an actual Trigon
with the horns and everything.
With the horns, like
all the six eyes.
It's not that difficult. Like if it's at least one episode, they have to be able to do it.
I think they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it where he's a human being, and you see his red eyes, and that's gonna be it.
That will be so cheesy. I will be so disappointed.
Hey, we need to write to DC. We need to email them, send them fan mail, tell them, hey, we want to see a full-blown Trigon.
I mean, we're already like watered down with a non-green Beast Boy, because he is green because of the mutation. So he is permanently green. Which I honestly think they should have just kept him always green, but I understand that it may be due to budgeting, and they don't have a lot of money to play with, so they have to kind of like you can clearly tell that they don't have that much money to play with, and they have to pick where it goes.
It could be that they don't want to put a lot of money in it until it gains steam, until it gets, because remember, we're talking about a new series, a new streaming platform. They need to get it off the ground. They need to have, like, you know, hundreds of millions of subscribers and not lose subscribers in order for them to be like, okay, so let's put money into this because we're gonna see a large return. You know, we're gonna see people come back. Like, one thing that's gonna bring people to the DC streaming, remember we talked about this, is gonna be Young Justice. You know, season 3.
Man, yes.
You know,
which
January
is January 4th. January 4th will be
Friday.
Yep, it's on a Friday.
So if when you get home from work, school, whatever, sit down and watch it.
And you can actually binge watch. I think it's Young Justice is on the DC universe right now, right?
Yes.
So
Season 1 and Season
1 and Season 2 right now, which each is like 30 episodes or 20, 28. So it's actually a pretty good amount. Yeah. But you could easily binge watch all
in one weekend.
In one weekend.
Stay home, relax. It's supposed to rain this weekend if you're in New Jersey, so stay home, binge watch Young Justice.
I still think it's like one of the best things since the Justice League Unlimited. Like they just, it's literally continuity from that, and the way they did it, the animation looks great, the story looks great,
voice acting
looks great. All right, we're going off topic again. Damn it.
Still DC.
All right. Well, I mean, the last thing we were talking about was just Trigon, and I hope we do see him, and I hope it's not cheesy like Galactus in the Fantastic Four. And the Titans kill.
We talked about that.
But in episode 7, there's a scene in particular
that really broke your heart. I remember.
That really destroyed me. Beast Boy killed a human being. I could see him killing like an alien or something, which is actually kind of stupid. I don't know if I mean, is that prejudice?
It's kind of messed up, you know. But
I mean, like those tentacle things, like in the Justice League. I remember those big tentacle parasite things, and you know, even the Justice League was like hammering them and squishing them.
Okay, the Starro like things.
Yeah, you remember them? Like they physically. I mean, they killed those freaking aliens. They're creatures too, but the whole Justice League, every one of them murdered those star things.
Yeah, that's kind of a gray area right here. I mean, I understand the story. You know, he did it to defend. He was being tortured by this guy, and he did it to defend his friend. You know, the girl he has a crush on. If you haven't picked up on that, but
which is an ongoing theme everywhere, and I love that they still kept it.
But the thing is, right there, like, yeah, I've never heard of Beast Boy killing anybody. I mean, if you guys know any comic or have heard of it before, let us know in the comments below. You know, let him know in the comments below. I'll read them. But I never heard of Beast Boy killing anybody. You know, he just
like it was a gruesome ass scene too. Like he physically like ate the guy. Like he remember when he turned back human, he was like he was spitting out pieces of flesh. Like it was gruesome as hell. He ate that guy's throat.
Yeah. And they actually talked about it in previous episodes. You know, he says, "I've never killed nobody." You know, and Starfire made fun of him, a vegan tiger. You know, and look at that now. He finally. You know,
I mean, it would have been fine if he like ripped off his arm or like chewed off one arm and a leg and like scratched them and just like left them there like barely alive, but at least alive. But they just flat out just like literally like. Even at this point, all of the Titans have killed.
Yeah.
All of the Titans have killed.
One way
Raven is already at 2.
Well, she killed the first guy by accident. She couldn't control her power.
But he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. I'm not saying
like sucked dry. Like
I'm not saying she didn't kill him. I'm just saying that it was more of an accident than if anything. You know, the guy in this episode.
But I'm willing to let go Raven. Because she is half demon, and it just makes sense that she would eventually kill someone. I mean, it's just like, all right, like you said, it was by accident. She wasn't controlling it, and she just like killed the dude. And I'm fine with that. I was almost fine with the Robin thing, I'm actually still in between worlds about it. Starfire, no. Beast Boy, no. Those two should never kill. They just should never kill. I think they crossed the line. And it's weird. I don't know if you fans feel the same way, but I'm like, I love this show and I hate it at the same time. Like I want to keep watching it, and then I don't want to keep watching it for other reasons. But then I like the whole storyline between Raven right now, and how it's all floating around Raven. And it's one of actually the most popular comic book sagas in the Teen Titans. Like it's one of the more popular storyline, which is all about Raven and her father, and you know the Titans trying to save her from her father.
I mean, it's real good. I mean, I'm enjoying this. You know, yes, there's some things that, you know, we talked about it multiple times that they could do better, or things that I don't agree with. But like all in all, the show is pretty good.
It is worth the watch. It is worth the watch. I think it would have been better if we could binge it
all at once.
Kind of like Netflix. Like just release the whole thing, just let us watch it.
That would be good.
But we all know the real reason why they won't do this, because they don't have that much content. They do have a ton of content, but it's content we've already seen, and we don't really are driven to go to so much of it anymore. Like it's definitely milking out the content.
They got to, man. They got to establish it little by little. You know, this thing is still in its infancy, and they have to, you know, treat it gently.
Although it's only $5 a month. I mean, at the end of the day, when you sign up like all at once, it's only $5 a month, which is actually not bad. It's not bad at all.
And you get 2 free months if you sign up early, which I did.
Yeah. And a chance to win, what was it, like that Aquaman thing? Screening of Aquaman. Yeah, we did not win that. None of us won that. If you guys won it, actually comment below. And
how was it? Did you get to meet Jason Momoa?
And if it hasn't happened yet, can take us, because I'm just saying, hook a brother up. And of course, super fans, if you want to be entered to win the Captain Marvel collectible from my private collection, then hit the subscribe button and comment below. Next video, we're going to discuss it with Jokers, multiple Jokers, all of the Jokers, the new Joker, and all Joker all the time on the next video. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next. This is Fit Nerd.
This is High Rock 809 on Instagram.
Over and out.
3, 2, 1, a boom!